Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Mr. Robot. Last time on Mr. Robot we had EPS 2.4_master-slave.aes. Though it should have been called EPS 2.4_wanda-vision.aes. Of course, obviously they wouldn't be able to reference. You get the idea. So we started off where Elliot was in a sitcom in his head, and then he woke up, and it was all just a way so that Mr. Robot could shield Elliot from the pain of getting the crap kicked out of him. And he did. He did get the crap kicked out of him. He was taken to a hospital by Ray, who basically just said, "I own you now." And then at the end, they came and got Elliot and threw him in a room. And there was actually a nice little moment between Elliot and Mr. Robot, which was pretty cool. Meanwhile, back at the plot, Angela was going to do the whole thing with hacking the FBI, and so she trained with Darlene and Mobley, and as well as Trenton. She was also there too. And went in, did the thing, had a bit of trouble, but managed to get through, and was just about to finish up when she ran into Dom. So, yeah, things are a little bit tense there. Yeah, that was basically that. Oh, you know what? I did say that, was it last episode that I said? Yeah, it must have been that. Last episode I said that if Elliot is not wearing his hoodie, I should not wear my hoodie. Yeah, I did say that. All right. I'm gonna hope he doesn't wear it, once we get into the summer months. So, yeah, I completely forgot about that. So I'm gonna take this off real quick. And then, just because it is our one prop for the entire show, I will at least keep it on the table. Ow. Got something going on in my arm. Oh well. Okay. Whew, that's a bit more freeing. Anyway. Let me just readjust my shirts. That was the entire recap, by the way. So we should probably just go ahead and get right into this episode of Mr. Robot. Here we go. Is this a dream? Did this happen in the past?
Oh, Terrell, Joanna, meet my silent partner in crime, Sharon Knowles.
Oh dear. That's an earring. And now this is the present day.
Capitalist pig!
What the Welp. That just happened. How did she walk? Just walked up with a can of red, just a bucket. That had to have been a bucket.
I remember the popcorn.
This is when he took over.
I just had to ask, what were you doing on a restricted floor?
Making plans.
Making plans.
With Agent Thomas. We were trying to decide drinks tomorrow or lunch today.
That doesn't explain why you were there.
I just really have to get back to this call before lunch.
She's very suspicious. That probably just raises her suspicions.
This is the honest, cards on the table truth.
Uh-huh.
Your story fascinates me. The luck.
The whole story?
To leave all safe a week before the company gets hacked and then to end up here at E-Corp?
Ah. Yeah, that story.
It's ironic, given your history.
Ironic.
Whatever this is.
I mean, she looks terrified, so...
It's not you.
We just own the FBI.
Okay, then.
It was either us or him.
He didn't kill Terrell, did he? Fucking, I'd walk if he killed Terrell. God damn it.
I shot him.
Did you kill him?
No.
Where'd you shoot him? I want all
shot him.
details. We shot him. Well, I wasn't there.
Harder.
Ah.
Either come to my party tonight as my girlfriend, or we're done.
Well, I think you might just be done then.
Call the network team. You guys just got hacked. I'd sweep the 23rd floor and check Angela Moss's computer.
Oh,
Won't
shit.
find anything. I'm sure she erased all traces, but check anyway.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she knows.
Where are you going?
Due to the credit crisis brought on by 5-9, many private businesses cannot afford
Yeah,
waste
5-9,
management
okay.
services, which has
5-9 is
sparked a cottage
definitely
industry of roadside
the incident.
garbage burning.
Had enough a long time down there to get your head right and do what needs to be done?
What does need to be done? So it's just get the site up? Did he take the site down? I'm not sure what he needs them to do. Perhaps I missed something.
I was busy tonight because I was hassling my lawyer on holiday to do this. It's my birthday gift to you.
Just opens it, it's poison or something. Summons for divorce.
Holy shit.
From Terrell?
We're getting more traffic than ever. Says our Bitcoin intake doubled since we've been up.
Well, he did it.
So when she had this idea to do a site, sounded good to me. I don't think she ever meant it to go where it went. You know, she was one to make some extra scratch. But the thing grew so fast, it took on a life of its own.
With illegal stuff?
And the money.
How did this happen?
Well, we made a deal. Decided we let the market dictate what was sold on the site.
Okay, I see the
We wouldn't
problem.
look. It aided me. All the things I imagined were going on. I feared the worst. But I still didn't look. Until you came along.
Huh. How does this site work exactly? You have a site, but you don't look at it? Like,
You are my answer. Not the other way around. So thank you.
answer to what? I don't get this, like, at all. This is a bit too convoluted.
We both knew exactly what you were gonna do when I let you go back on that computer.
Call the police.
With their response time, I would guess they have us surrounded by now.
Damn. What if it's a bluff, though? Alright.
And now it's accessible to any average scumbag that Googles Thai girls for sale. Didn't take long for the FBI to catch on after I emailed them an anonymous tip. Mr. Robot was a part of me that I created because of my pain. So now we have a chance to start again. Our handshake negotiated as his partners.
Okay. I like that. Partners.
The house will come to order.
Whoa! That was some CG-ass shit right there.
Much mysteries solved when the missing anatomy of the bull crashed through a skylight of the House chamber.
What?
Police, FBI, and the Department of Homeland Security have begun a full-fledged manhunt for those parties responsible.
How did... How? Why? Huh?
My call since I'll make sure the inspections go forward internally.
Is that how they're suckering?
Trust me, they value me over there.
She's really lost it.
You laugh. But they respect me.
She's so melodramatic about it.
You need 2/3.
I already got the signatures. That's a trick about money. Makes you care more about it than anything else.
Damn.
This rape thing got everyone talking.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
Nah.
Lying ain't your friend right now, cuz.
Yeah, you're not a good liar.
Everyone got their eyes on you. Half of them love you.
Half?
Half of them want to kill you.
Yeah.
The other half just want to...
All of this is on you. So the way I see it, you're paying me back. We'll get some one-on-one later on.
So now Elliot has to deal with the fallout.
I want my position moved to the risk management department. There's a manager position available, and even though I may lack the experience, I think you know I can more than make up for it with drive and quick learning.
That's how you choose to squander the capital you've just earned? You're aware that's a lateral move.
It's what I want.
You've seen me talking to him.
Yes, but you don't have to keep it such a secret. When you let Jesus into your heart, he'll always listen.
He ain't talking to Jesus.
Tell you what,
He's talking to a prick. He's not talking to Jesus.
I'll give you some alone time.
Since the whole Ray thing, I mean to finish what I started with Evil Court. But I don't know what to do.
He's back.
I didn't force you to do any of it.
That's true.
It was all you. Your choice. Truth is, I've just followed your lead.
He's still... Elliot's the dominant mind.
Follow you, sir, because you are a leader.
Friend. Not again.
Well, I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna fix that courage problem of yours.
Oh! 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 Oh, I like that. Good cuts. Oh, shit. Oh. Whoa! Shit, fucking vigilante is here. Whoa.
Gonna get a lighter on Tuesday. Do what it says.
Ooh. Oh, ooh! Right in his anus.
Hey, yo, man.
I don't know if I can show that on YouTube.
You see White Rose, make sure you say I did you good.
No way. I can't show that on YouTube. He's part of the dark. He's probably been keeping tabs on Elliot. Make sure everything was okay.
Well, we should discuss that when Susan comes back.
Maybe it would be helpful if I put together a summary of how we've handled past cases, to see if there are any patterns that might help us figure out how to address this issue.
That was like 15 seconds before she actually said something.
Milestone.
Were we really leaving before the food?
I said adjourned.
Just like that. Just like that.
Do you know what he told me when I asked him how I should deal with you? He said, and I quote, "However you want. Enjoy the shrimp cocktail."
Was it fucking poison or some shit?
Don't you think?
Oh, hey.
Where do you think you are right now?
What do you mean?
I was wondering that. For a split second, I was like, is this in his head too? That'd be crazy. Wait, what?
When you get released, I hope you continue seeing me in my office. I think it's important we maintain our regular schedule. Don't you agree?
What?
Yes. Control can sometimes be an illusion. But sometimes you need illusion to gain control. Fantasy's an easy way to get into the world.
It hasn't been there.
I'm sorry for not telling you everything. But I needed this in order to get better.
Did he turn himself in?
Please don't be mad too long. This will be the last time I keep things from you.
You better be right, you bastard.
Promise. All of this really happened. This was just my way of coping with it. But now, I'd like it if we could trust each other again. Let's shake on it.
I have several questions. But, wow. Good job. So, but then the hospital, and then, wow. Okay, I mean, he has, I mean, I have to accept this, obviously. But wow, that's a good twist. That's, again, that's like a Mr. Robot twist. Wow. He's been in prison the whole time. Wow. Wow. Wow, the whole season. You know, remember when I asked what was the last real thing that happened? That's constant, isn't it? That's really constant. I didn't realize that this would continue. So, okay. Like I said, I have several questions. This does feel like what happened in season 1, where there are some things about this twist now that I have to sit here and think, okay, how much of this, like, works, you know? Like, I'm trying to piece together everything that sort of happened, and it's a bit tricky. Now, the good news is stuff with Darlene and Angela visiting him, that at least makes sense, because, you know, they only, and Gideon too, they only ever met Elliot at that table. They sat at that table and then they talked. They didn't go anywhere else. So that says that they visited Elliot in prison. Now, how did he end up in prison? We're not sure. There's a lot he needs to explain on that. Okay, the biggest thing that I'm having a little trouble with, and that's the thing, you guys know, I had trouble last time with the twist about Mr. Robot, because there were some things where I was like, I don't know if this necessarily lines up, but you guys did really explain it well, that, you know, there were a lot of scenes where, like, you know, like Darlene is talking to Elliot, and then Mr. Robot walks right in front of him and starts talking, and, like, you know, there are times where they never acknowledge Mr. Robot and stuff like that, so it does all work. This one, I do have this a slightly similar problem, mainly with Ray. So, was Ray he an inmate as well? Was he a guard? We don't really know, because how can this guy run his site, I guess, unless, I mean, it's possible that, you know, maybe they have some sort of privilege in the prison, and that's how they were able to get Elliot to a computer. That's the only thing, is how does Ray line up with everything, with this revelation of the prison? Because honestly, by keeping Elliot away pretty much from everything for the entire season, does actually work out. Like, I can see, like, oh, okay, so, yeah, because the only interactions he's had are either, you know, at that table, which shows that's, you know, during visiting hours, basically, or it was on a computer. So, presumably, Elliot gained access to a computer, and that's where he went in and did all his stuff for Darlene. So, I'm wondering too if there were any lines maybe I missed about if there were any lines I missed about, like, because they've said, like, oh, we need Elliot, but I don't know if there are any lines that allude to him being in prison. Maybe you guys can inform me. That's a crazy... I can't believe they got me twice. They got me twice with a plot twist like that, which is pretty great, you know? Kudos on that. Now, I don't know if... I cannot trust anything now, you know? I can't trust anything. But now, I want to know all the details, man. I want to know why is he in there specifically, you know? Did they know it was him? Did they figure it out that it was him? Or was it... Was it something else? I don't know. Did he purposefully put himself in there? Was it because he shot Terrell? Terrell can't be dead, right? No, that can't... But here's the thing. You know, the only thing is we had the phone call with Terrell, but that could have easily just all been in his mind, you know? That could have all been in Elliot's mind. So it's entirely possible that Terrell is actually dead. I hope not. I hope Terrell isn't dead. He's like one of my favorite characters. He's a goofy boy. I don't want him to be dead. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What a crazy twist. So I guess that's the only thing I'm really sort of, it's a bit of a struggle to sort of wrap my brain around is what all happened with Ray. You know, obviously all that stuff went down. He said all that stuff actually did happen. But how exactly did it work with Ray? Was he also a prisoner? I would assume so. I guess he might have just also been a prisoner. And so, you know, he had a couple guys who knew some stuff about, the website migration and stuff, but it was Elliot that actually did it. Yeah, Elliot was the genius in the prison, and he actually did. I guess it could be like that, but I don't know. I guess that explains why the hospital that they went to was so bad. Yeah, I guess that does sort of... It must be that Ray was another prisoner. I guess, but then, you know, they show him being arrested by the FBI. Was he arrested in prison? I don't know. He's already in prison. What do you do? Just keep him there? So I'm not sure how that works. Unless maybe he's like a guard or the warden or something. But I don't see that happening. That seems like a little too... Because why would he be out there, you know, on the courtyard, you know? So that's the only thing I kind of need a bit of explanation on how it all works was with Ray. But other than that, I mean, I do see it a lot more than Mr. And Mr. Robot, that twist, going back, yeah, it is very clear when you go back and see it, like, oh, okay, yeah, I see how, you know, he's not actually interacting with people here, and they don't really acknowledge him and stuff like that. So I do get it, you know, that episode, that reaction was sort of in the moment. I was like, oh, that can't be right. I guess I was in denial. But, yeah. So, yeah. Wow, that's so crazy. Okay, I actually wrote down a decent amount of notes on this one. The first thing we can talk about is Joanna. Poor Joanna. This is just... And I know I shouldn't be saying that she's a murderer and everything, as we saw the last episode, the episode before that, but still... no, it was the episode before last, yeah. But still... You know, she's just trying to take care of her baby. Somehow this woman just walks up with a giant bucket of paint and just in one fell swoop just hurls it on Joanna. Like, that was insane. But yeah, really shows how far she's come since then. And then we also get her whole interaction with Derek where, you know, Derek wants more, but she obviously doesn't. Now, she did have the paper, you know, the divorce paper, so presumably she's going to try to divorce Terrell, but he's not there, and he may or may not be dead. I hope he's not dead. They never confirmed it. You know? I guess maybe that's it. I'm suspicious about everything now. You know? I can't take what Mr. Robot says as the truth at all. So I can't fully believe that, like, well, Terrell's just dead. I don't fully believe that, you know? So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now, again, you know, with Mr. Robot saying, it's like, oh, well, I shot him. It could be that, well, he shot him and he got away, you know? Could be that. I mean, how did Elliot end up in the car, you know? At the end of season 1, so yeah, but I guess Joanna is going to file for divorce from Terrell, I guess. I don't know. Terrell may or may not be dead. I hope he's alive because I did love him. Let's see. We have Dom and Angela. Dom immediately, like, she knows she knows, like, oh, we got hacked. Probably Angela. She's probably erased all her traces, but I'm pretty sure it's Angela. So, man, it's very interesting, you know. Dom is such an interesting character that we've had this season, because I almost feel like she's not connected, or at least not connected to our main characters at all. But in that scene, it was actually interesting how, like, intimidating she was. Like, it's like, oh, well, you know, I just saw that you were on that floor, and it wasn't like a oops, wrong floor. You seem to have a purpose there. It's like, I don't know, just the way she delivered that. I don't know. She can be scary when she needs to, so I like that. But she definitely suspects Angela. Now, she doesn't really have any proof of that because all the footage and stuff was destroyed, but she's definitely got her sights on Angela. So yeah. Okay, so speaking of Ray, by the way, going back to Ray a bit. Okay, so the website, I don't understand his website at all. So it was basically just a website that hosted stuff, I guess, because they talk about Bitcoin and stuff. So maybe it was like a website where people could sell things, and I guess it was through Bitcoin that the sales were made and stuff. And I guess it would be that. But then he and his wife were making a lot of money, but they questioned it, and Ray learned they decided that the market would dictate what would be sold on the website, which is how a bunch of illegal. So it's not specifically that Ray is selling illegal stuff, but he's hosting the sales of, like, you know, like Elliot said, Thai girls for sale, you know? So I guess it's more that, you know? I guess it was that, but he didn't really, you know, look at it. He's like, oh, well, whatever is sold, and I'm not a part of that. And I guess the reason, you know, the website was very important to him was just the money, but he didn't actually have any concerns about the goings-on about, you know, on his website. I guess. That makes almost no sense. Like, I don't know, I guess it makes sense technically, but it's kind of weird. It's like, we made a website so that people could sell things, but then we looked away when people started putting illegal stuff on there, and I just sort of, you know, I don't think about it. Like, people want to sell illegal stuff, they sell illegal stuff, and that's, you know, that's not my business. Like, how does this site function, you know? Like, I guess, you know, because he owns the website, and he has people that, you know, maintain the website, like you do on pretty much all websites, but he doesn't really concern himself with what's on there until Elliot shows up, and then Ray, I guess, is made aware of what happens on there. But he was already beating the crap out of people before he knew about it. I don't know. That seems a little weird. Like, it's a weird, like, he kind of washes his hands of it, but doesn't wash his hands of it, because he also beats the crap out of people, and it's important to him, but again, he doesn't know anything. Unless I completely missed the point of his explanation, I don't fully understand that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, okay, here's just the basic of what I think he said is he and his wife made a website, and then they decided that whatever sold on there is sold on there, and they're not going to think about it. And he keeps it up. He at least, they at least knew something, like shady things happened, but they don't know anything specifically that goes on there. And then he makes sure that the website is maintained no matter what. And then Elliot comes along, and he is finally exposed to all the horrible things that happens on his website, and then he's arrested. I think. I don't know. I don't really understand that. I don't know, but yeah. There's a couple things I might need explained about Ray. Mainly, what on earth was this website, and like, I don't fully understand the story about the website. You know, how he doesn't really look at it, but maintains. I don't understand that. And then, like, was he a prison? Now, if the next episode, like, tells us if he's, like, a prisoner or something, you know, then obviously don't tell me. Don't tell me if it's spoilers, but, like, I don't fully understand, like, how Ray works with the new prison twist. Like, I can, whatever explanation we get, I will accept it. I just don't fully understand it right now. So, yeah. Man, this is crazy. This whole show is crazy. Ugh, that felt good. Okay. But he was arrested because he knew that, you know, Elliot would, as soon as he put Elliot back on a computer, Elliot would call the police and the FBI and stuff. So that makes you question why he would do it at all. I don't know. I wrote down partners, that Elliot and Mr. Robot are now partners, which I do like. You know, I've been saying that for a while. Like, they need to figure out how to work together. And they are definitely doing that now with Elliot now. At least, you know, even though he's still in the prison, he's trying to get back to everything going on with E-Corp. And like he said, he wants to finish what he started, you know? They mentioned the balls thing. They dropped the balls into the Senate. I don't know how that worked. That just like happened. I doubt that was really like Darlene or anyone. So, let's see. Angela got the lawsuit settled by getting enough votes from the people in the lawsuit to take out that one contingency. So, okay, the whole thing earlier, like, they did want the contingency removed, but Philip didn't want to ask for it, basically. So, which is interesting, that he wouldn't ask for it. So, yeah. Angela was also now transferred to risk management, which I guess risk management is, you know, like she said, change from within. And she wants to change how things are done at E-Corp so that what happened to her mother and Mr. Alderson doesn't happen to anyone else, you know? So I guess that's that. But first day, you know, it's like, oh, can I listen in on a meeting? 20 seconds in, she starts talking and everyone's all offended or whatever. And Mr. Man, what the hell is his name? Mr. Madman. Is he not in the cast list? I don't know. I don't really see him, so whatever. Mr. Risk Boss Man immediately is like, I can handle you however I want to, and then just enjoy the shrimp. Like, okay, I don't know. I mean, I get that, you know, she's immediately, I guess, overstepping her bounds, but you know, she's bold. She does that stuff. She did that with fucking Philip Price, but I don't know. I was that entire time though, like, she didn't really falter or anything like during that, which I liked. And And yeah, I just really like that when she's, like I said, she doesn't falter. I was just waiting for, him to go on his whole intimidation speech and her just be like, cool, I don't fucking care. Do the thing I said, I'm going to go do the thing I said. Fuck you, I was waiting for that, but we didn't really get that. But she didn't falter either, so that's at least something. We had some of the fallout of taking down Ray with the one dude. I don't remember his name, but the one guy who, he was a bunch of Bitcoin in there and now he can't access it, yada, yada, yada. Stuff like that. Let's see. And then, twist of all twists, I have to say, is that Leon is actually a member of the Dark Army, which is interesting. So, presumably... Well, I was going to say presumably he was Elliot's cellmate, but it seems like it was one person per cell. But he definitely, he was always there talking about Seinfeld and stuff. Was Seinfeld real? I wonder. That should be someone's video essay. Was Seinfeld real? That's what it sounds like. But presumably he was talking about Seinfeld and everything in the cafeteria, and then he would talk... he would sit next to Elliot at the basketball games and stuff. And presumably he was sent there to keep an eye on Elliot for the Dark Army, which is interesting. And he gave him, well, he didn't give him, but he said that there was a letter coming and to do what it says on the letter. Now, we didn't see what was on the letter, but he did also show it to Krista, which is interesting. So yeah, I would be very curious as to what it is, what it's going to be, and how. I don't know. I would almost imagine maybe White Rose tries to get him out of there. Maybe the Dark Army does that. I don't know, but they've definitely kept an eye on Elliot while he's been in there. So, again, twist of all twists, he comes in like a ninja and just starts killing dudes, shoving knives up people's anuses and stuff. I can't show that on YouTube, Ugh. I can't show that. I probably had to censor that, Which, it's just... Which I didn't need to see. I didn't need to see a grown man's bleeding anus, I don't need to see that, But yeah, he comes in like a fucking ninja and takes them all out, which is crazy. So yeah, that's a great twist. Again, I was kind of thinking, because it's Elliot in the prison, it makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, so White Rose wanted to keep an eye on him while he was in prison. There was a part of me that was like, God, what if it's beforehand it's like, oh my gosh, this guy that has just been here talking about Seinfeld, he's actually a ninja, that works with the Dark Army and stuff. It's like, oh, okay, yes, but he was also in prison. I don't know, why. I don't know why the prison thing takes away some of the epic weirdness of that whole thing with Leon, but still, it's really, really cool. I also like how Mr. Robot says that Elliot needs to be a leader. Even if he doesn't want to be a leader, he needs to be a leader because that's how he will be able to finish the job, which is pretty cool. And I like how he, talks about stuff like, you did a lot of this stuff. Not me, it was you, So, I really do like that. And then, yeah, again, another crazy plot twist. I'm still curious about how Ray worked. Again, maybe that'll be in the next episode. They'll kind of talk about, oh, Ray was a prisoner or something like that. I would imagine that's what it is, unless he was a guard or something. I don't know. Why would he have been allowed a dog in prison would be my question, But whatever. So... Or maybe he was just a dude. It could have entirely been that he was just a guy. But I don't know. I definitely need a bit of explanation on Ray. And then a bit of an explanation on how the whole story about the website. I think I get it, but it's just so weird to me that maybe I'm missing something, But yeah, overall, great episode. Really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really curious to see where we're going next episode. So yeah. That is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Mr. Robot reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.